Hey, you guys, Big J Cardi here for danceplug.com, hanging out with two amazing individuals, the legendary Miss Tina Landon. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm great. And Jason Myhre. Hello.
Hi.
You guys.
Legendary. Wow.
The epic Jason Myhre.
I'm just kidding. She gets this big intro in here. Just Jason. I'm just teasing. It's all good.
Why you got me feel so uncomfortable, Jason? You want to do that again? Just kidding, you guys. So, you guys are together, working as a team. What's going on? What are you guys currently working on?
Oof, that's a loaded question.
A loaded question.
Yes, we are currently working on Rihanna's Australian tour, her performance at the Brit Awards, her performance at the NBA halftime show, and her performance at the Grammys. That all happens like in 2 weeks.
So it's like nonstop madness.
Completely, yes.
So Jason, you assist Miss Tina?
I do.
And how long have you been doing that for?
Since
Since conception?
Since, I think it was 1999 with Shakira, I think was like our first official.
So how did you guys meet? Was it an audition? Were you guys having coffee and you bumped into her and you're like, wow, you're Tina Landon?
Well, to make a long story short, I was invited to Tina's house from a mutual friend that never showed up, and then we just kind of clicked from there.
So it was destiny, it was fate.
I guess so, yeah.
For sure. So, Tina, you have worked with so many artists. Let's list some of them.
Well, the obvious, Janet Jackson, Britney Spears, Shakira, Jennifer Lopez, Anastasia, Ricky Martin, Tina Turner, Steven Tyler.
I remember, and I've been such a huge fan of yours, I remember all those projects. The 24/7 for Tina, La Vida Loca.
All right.
Yeah. Come on, we've been following you for a long time, Miss Landon.
La Vida Loca was fun. Crazy, but fun.
What are some of the standout projects that really just, when you think back to them, you're like, wow, that was so awesome?
Well,
the list is so many. Give me about half an hour. I'll get back to you on that one.
they're all like our little babies, so we love them all. Sometimes the process isn't exactly fun, but I think the ones that stand out, video-wise, the ones that stand out for me are definitely La Vida Loca and definitely If. Like, those are probably my two big main babies. And then the Velvet Rope Project was definitely my baby that I ate, slept, drank, thought, bled that tour.
Speaking of the Velvet Rope, when you think back to the Janet tour, the choreography was, different. And then you come back with the Velvet Rope and there's African influences and just so different. What inspires you?
It's the music. It's always the music. I did have some African training in between because I was always trying, just every once in a while as a choreographer, I think in any career, you get stuck and you feel like, okay, I've used every single step I can think of. What else is there? And African was just something that I just love the live drums. I love the whole feel of the music and the freedom of it because, Jason and I both grew up in a studio and there's rules and lines and things have to be perfect in place. And so I was never taught to kind of just let go and do what I feel as a freestyler. So that was kind of me breaking out of my shell. And then lo and behold, it was like, wow, all of that encompassed in the Velvet Rope. I was able to take that someplace else.
And you sure took it someplace else because it was amazing. I mean, it was, like I said, it was so different. What are some of your standout projects, Jason?
Probably the most recent favorite probably would be our AMA performance with Rihanna. That was fun that I can think of. I mean, there's so many stories and things that we remember that we could say that the stories of the project were probably more favorite than the actual project.
Sure. You're like, the project itself was, a little tedious, but, so question.
We made it fun,
So question for you guys, and I'll tell you touched on this a little bit. When you guys are creating for an artist, do you tailor it to what the artist wants? Does the artist have a vision, or do they totally say, okay, Tina, run with it, do your thing, make it happen?
They're all different. Very rarely do they come to me and say, this is what I want. What they'll say is, this is the theme, or this is the theme of the album. This is kind of where I am in my life. Mm-hmm. And really, if you listen to the music speaks volumes of all of that. So most of them are creative enough that we're usually in tune with where they are in their life, what their whole look. I mean, you could see like their music is just a translation of what they're going through. Whether it's you can see it in their wardrobe, you can see it in their attitude, you can see it in what they're doing, what the music sounds like, what's that vibe? Does it have, is there an African influence? Is it more of a pop influence? Is it more of a rock influence? And then you take all of that, and then sometimes they do have specifics. Like, I was kind of seeing something very theatrical here, or this, I have no idea, but it just feels rocky and edgy. And sometimes it's like, if they can just give us that, then we go, oh, I can totally feel that. It's very, very rare, and it does happen that we're not in sync at all. But usually it all stems from the music.
Well, let's get down to the nitty gritty. Now, this is danceplug.com, and a lot of dancers come to the website for guidance and for information on the industry. When you guys are auditioning dancers and looking for dancers for a certain project, what are you guys looking for? Is it a look? I mean, of technical ability, talent?
Well, I mean, it kind of depends on who the artist is. Like with Willow Smith, we were looking for, shorter dancers, younger looking dancers. With Rihanna, it's more mature, sexy, kind of edgy, and you know what I mean? So it kind of depends on the project, really, and who the artist is.
So when you were trying to book for Willow, you weren't looking for like short girls with a lot of hair to whip back and forth?
Kinda, yeah.
I have to say, I tried, every time I hear that song, I just imagine I have a long Beyonce weave, and I try to whip my head back and forth. But the last time I did that, I actually had a kink in my neck, yeah. And, no spring chicken, so that I was out for a couple of weeks, Tina, thanks. Now, Jason, you also teach a dance class.
I do. I teach at Edge Performing Arts Center and Loyola Marymount University.
And jazz, hip-hop?
Just jazz with Jason.
Jazz with Jason. Jazz with Jason. Hey, I could start teaching my own class, and I could call it that too. We have the same name, so I'm just kidding, Jay. And Tina, you not only are an amazing choreographer, but you are an actress as well.
I am. Shakespeare, darling. No, yes, I've been acting for, 6, 7 years. Yeah. So that's what I get to do for me. Yeah. I was singing for a while. I had a band, and that was amazing. One of the most fun I think I've ever had on stage, aside from dancing. But I don't like the record business. It's tough, and it's not fun. And it's, all the wonderful people that we get to work with. There's a lot of cooks in the kitchen when it comes to that career, and it wasn't for me. I would still play today if I could just go and play in a little club and just have fun.
And what do you play?
I mean, I don't play, I sing, but that's the terms we band people use. We play gigs. So, no, I don't. I played. Oh, that's something that people don't know. I'll get to that.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. I want to ask you the same question that I asked Jason, though, is, I've actually auditioned for Miss Landon, for Rihanna, for the Umbrella, when you did Umbrella, and you had us doing these like tours in the air and jumping to the ground. I was like, really, Tina? I'm 6'3". Like, wow. But so when you're looking for dancers, what really catches your eye? What really sticks out to you? What makes you want to say, you know what? That's who I want. That guy I want to book. Is it repeat talent?
No, I mean, obviously, if I've used you before and I know that I can count on you to give me what I need and to also bring your own talent to the table, that's definitely a plus. But when I haven't ever seen you before and I've never, there's 100 people there, I'm looking for the person who is doing the choreography the way it was given, knows when to put their own flavor on it and knows when not to. And I find that that's, for some reason, very confusing for dancers. Sometimes they think that I'm going to give her my all, and they don't realize that there's a line that they are crossing. So when you're giving too much, I know dancers go, I don't understand, how could it be too much? Too much means you're too many things, and I don't know if I can count on you the day of a show. Because if you can't tone it down in here, or you can't take direction and go, hey, I want your leg, here, I don't want it here, I want it here. If you can't give me the things I'm asking for in an audition in 5 seconds, then I don't know if I can count on you. If something changes, the artist gets sick in the middle of the tour, hey, we're going to pull that number, we're going to put this number in. I need you to work quick. If I can't count on that, then I can't use you.
What is every artist has a point in their life where they said, you know what, I want to do this. When you saw a show or a movie or something just inspired you so much, what was that? When was that point for you, Jason?
Probably Janet's Rhythm Nation video, probably. And who knew?
Ahead of its time.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember my sister and I always watching that when we were little. Long time ago. I'm kidding.
And Tina?
Well, I was already dancing. I was dancing at 3. So that was kind of something that I just always not took for granted, but just always did. So, but I would say that, I don't know, I would have to say West Side Story was probably the one that made me go, and also Fame.
Yes.
Fame, I was going, I want to do that. I want to go to that school. I want to, and Flashdance. Oh my God, I'm aging myself now. But Flashdance, yes, we were in the studio with our torn sweatshirts doing this.
And the leggings?
Yes. Oh yeah, the leggings, of course. So yeah, all of those. I need a little boost every time. So every time, I'd start to get down, another movie would come up. Oh yeah, that's what I want to do.
It's so refreshing to see that such successful dancers and successful choreographers as yourself still pull on things to inspire them, because I'm sure there's someone watching right now that's thinking man, I didn't know Tina Landon, her creative well ran dry, and you have to be replenished and look for inspiration. You guys, we got to get some fun in here now.
Okay.
Jason and Tina, this is a game I like to play 3 things you didn't know about the other, okay? So we'll start with you, Jason. Jason, tell us and tell our viewers at home 3 things that we would never know about Miss Tina Landon.
Wow. Only 3. Okay. Nice. I'm always nice. Let's see. 1, she recently got married, maybe.
Mrs. Tina Landon.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Number 2, she's a current member of AA for Diet Coke.
Oh, wait. Oh, you drink. I was like, AA for Diet Coke. Is that like the National Rifle Association for Diet Coke? Oh, you're okay. Because she's addicted. Gotcha.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. And let's see, a 3rd. If she doesn't have food, within about maybe 4 hours, every 4 hours. Have you seen the movie Shrek? I'm just kidding. So, yeah, she gets a little,
Not nice.
There we go. Yeah.
That's a nice way of saying not nice.
Well,
and Tina?
No blood sugar. It's not my fault. It's a medical condition. It really isn't my fault.
3 things about Jason.
Oh God, this is awful. Now I don't know. Jason just puts himself out there for everyone to see. I'm kidding. What a thing that people didn't know that. See, mine aren't funny.
Yes, they were. I didn't know you were married.
No, I mean, his to me were funny. Oh. What I have for him is not funny. Well, people didn't know that he played violin. He used to play. I just actually found that out when he was little. Can I say the one thing? That he doesn't like to pick up things with his fingers, so he picks them up like this.
What is that?
I don't know. It drives me crazy. Oh, yeah, I know something else. And that he pushes the button in the elevator like this.
Okay, buddy, you know what? For your birthday, I'm going to get you some Bath & Body Works, industrial, the Costco size. Yes.
Because have you ever seen anyone in an elevator washing it or on those handrails at the mall? Have you ever seen anyone washing those?
Really? Escalator.
You? No.
No, I have to agree with you. I'm a germaphobe too. The escalators are gross. Okay, we know you guys. But I have the germs of Tina Landon all over me. I could die a happy man. And you guys, before we close out, positive words of encouragement for our viewers.
Just keep doing your dream, whatever it is. You got to keep going. You're going to get a lot of doors slammed in your face, but we didn't get here from the first door opening. So you just got to keep doing it. If that's what you love, you just got to keep going.
Ditto.
Word.
Just copying me, whatever.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us and chatting with me. Fun times. I mean, this was also on my bucket list. I hope you know that. It's just this year's been amazing. So, guys, thank you so much for chatting, and you guys stay plugged in.
Hi, I'm Tina Landon. You're watching danceplug.com. Get plugged in. Hi. Hi, I'm Tina Landon. I'm on what? Wait, what? Hi, I'm Tina Landon. I'm on danceplug. What? I'm sorry.
We can totally do a gag reel.